Okay, hi, can you introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Sarah. I'm 19 this year and I'm a year 2 student in Republic Polytechnic.
So, which part of Singapore were you raised up?
Okay, so I was actually raised in the Philippines for 1 year after I was born. After that, for the remaining 18 years of my life so far, I was raised in Singapore. Mainly, I lived in Bedok.
How many siblings do you have?
I have currently 2 siblings, both younger brothers. Yeah, so they are 13 and 15 respectively. Yeah.
So, you are living with your parents?
Currently, we are living with my mom. My dad is like I don't know where he went. Yeah, I don't know where exactly he is right now. Yeah.
What was one traumatic experience you had when you were younger?
Okay, so when I was young, I was very oblivious to such family matters. So when I was around 4 or 5 years old, my youngest brother was born, and I remember waking up in the middle of the night to my dad screaming, and I walked out of the bedroom and I saw him holding my younger brother. My younger brother was still asleep in his arms, and then I saw him walk to the stove and suddenly switch on the stove and just held him over the open flame. So it was very scary for me, because it was my first sibling ever, and then like as a child you feel like you can't do anything, you can just stand there and watch, you know.
How old were you and your father and your brother when it happened?
Okay, so I was about 4 to 5 years old. My younger brother was just a couple months old only, so just born. Then my dad was in his mid-30s. Yeah.
Was anyone at home, like other than you guys? Was your
Yeah, my mom was there. She was like telling my dad to stop lah, cause I'm not very sure what they were arguing about, but I think the argument they had caused my father to actually do what he did lah.
Was he under the influence of anything when he was doing that?
I'm not very sure, but from from what I know, he could have been drunk, because there were instances where he did come home drunk, but I didn't think too much of it. Yeah.
What and how is the relationship like now with your father?
Okay, so right now my mom, my brothers and I, we are all living in the same flat the incident happened, but we managed to get this thing called this exclusion order from the court. So now he's no longer allowed to enter the house that we are currently living in. Yeah, then also we filed a restraining order because he was quite abusive to us further down.
So you guys don't meet?
Sorry?
You don't meet?
Okay, to be honest, I would rather not meet him because I don't know what he will do. Because he's been sending my mom a lot of threatening messages and phone calls, and from what I've heard recently is that he sent people to spy on us so he can like overturn the divorce proceedings. Yeah.
So overturn the divorce proceedings, what will happen?
Like my dad doesn't need to give us child support. My dad doesn't need to pay my mom the like I forgot what's this thing. It's this thing called alimony, like after you get
Spouse, right?
Yeah. So my dad doesn't believe in giving my mom the money because she doesn't deserve it. Yeah, that's what I've heard lah. Yeah. So he wants the court order to be in his favor and not our favor. Yeah.
Does your father want to still want to be in your lives? Want to contribute?
That one I'm not sure. But even if he does, right, I still don't want it because he was given many chances to change, but he doesn't use those chances properly. Yeah.
So how do your brothers feel about this?
So the brother who was involved in the incident I mentioned earlier, he, even though he doesn't remember, right, he hates my father for it lah, because he could have almost died before even knowing about this world. So he doesn't really want to be involved with him anymore also. The younger one, I'm not very sure because before my father left, right, when my youngest brother was born, they were still quite close. So I think my younger brother may or may want to be with my dad.
When did your father leave?
It's been a couple of years already, maybe in 2017, quite recent also. Yeah.
Was a police report filed or your mom just let it be?
A police report was filed. Yeah, that's how we got our exclusion and restraining order. Yeah.
So how does this affect you as a person now?
I think it's made me a bit more conscious about the people I'm with lah. Like what kind of friends do I choose? Like if I'm going to have a boyfriend or a husband in the future, I must be a bit more wary because what if such things happen also? And like also I'm like how do I say like I have this fear of like small fear of dating also lah. Like what if this happens to me? And I cannot do the same things that my mom did like get a police order and get the person and run away from this person, yeah.
Do you and your siblings have any nightmares from it or any bad memories?
Okay, so personally I don't have a trigger lah, but I'm not as much affected from it because I understand what is going on lah and what must be done. For my brothers, I'm not very sure lah. I've never really asked them about it. But for my mom, I do hear from her that sometimes when she sleeps, right, because my dad used to work night shifts a lot. So when he comes home in the wee hours of the morning, right, she always gets this like very painful feeling in her chest, like, oh, he's coming home already and he's gonna stir things up in the house and everyone's gonna wake up and a lot of things are going to happen. Yeah, so sometimes she has that even though he's no longer around with us. Yeah.
Your brothers talk about it?
No. They said they would not rather talk about it. Yeah.
So if you could go back in time, what will you change when you were younger? Will you change anything prior to the incident?
To be honest, I don't think even if I could change anything, I don't think it will help either because it already happened and maybe this thing that happened made all of us, my whole family, a bit stronger. Like I said earlier, it helps us be a little bit more careful of who we are with and how to handle these kind of situations better. Yeah, so I think it's for the better at some point. Yeah.
Okay, that's all.
Okay, thank you.